Hello, hello. Welcome to Gunning to Old Trafford with your host, Ibi. And I got a special guest today, guys. I'm hosting this alone because today we've got a special guest in the hot seat. Today's all-time 11 from none other than Abdul Samad Kesam, aka Shady, in the fans segment, in the hot seat.
Uncle Ebrahim,
Yes, Abdul.
may I please have a gum? I
Yes,
didn't see
Abdul,
you guys
please.
have gums for this
Go
hot
for
seat.
it, Abdul.
Can I have two?
Have two of them.
Ah, man, two. The hot seat. I love it. Thanks, Ebrahim.
So, guys-
I love it, guys.
Abdul is not going to do any of the pleasantries today because today Abdul is a guest. And today Abdul is giving us his all-time Arsenal 11. So I'm interviewing him today. So guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification and find us across all social media platforms, starting off with Instagram and Facebook, which are our two most active social media platforms. We are on Twitter, we are on TikTok, and in the next couple of weeks, we should be up and running on Spotify for all of you that are looking for the voice and not the face of Gunning to Old Trafford.
So we in touch, in tune, and independent.
Independent.
Wow. And Ibi, sir,
Yes.
I'd like to start this off by... Guys, I was welcomed by none other than the founder of Gunning to Old Trafford, our Naila Paila. Love you, my darling. And this is my present. And Ibi, for this segment, I'd like to put it just there.
Oh, brilliant.
I'd like
She's
to put
gonna
it
be
just
over
there.
the moon.
So, yeah, and Naila Paila, my darling, Jazakallah so much for this. Wow, what a present. And the founder of Gunning to Old Trafford.
Yeah, she's going to be over the
Naila,
moon.
mwah, love you, my darling. Jazakallah so much. And you guys can see where it is. Today's an Arsenal day. The Arsenal day.
Arsenal Day. Gunning to Old Trafford is North London Rail.
Yeah.
So guys, before we get into it, remember this is the fan segment, and like I said, today Abdul turns from host to fan. And if you don't know, we start off by giving you an option to choose a formation. He then gives us his top 11, and in each position explains why that specific person, and we'll give him 5 subs, the coach, and also where this team will finish in a league season.
Amazing
Yeah?
stuff.
Are you excited about it?
I'm very excited.
We just realized, by the
Just
way,
so
guys,
excited.
we just realized that we've been interviewing everybody, getting a fan's view on everything.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we never got Abdul and Ebrahim's all-time 11.
We always had, we did it, but we always
with
had
somebody.
With somebody.
But not our own.
Not our own. So I'm
So-
so excited. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
No,
sir.
brilliant
Thank
stuff.
you so much for this opportunity.
It's up to
I can't wait.
it's all down to the Gunning to Old Trafford
Thank
community.
you guys. Really
So
appreciate
Abdul,
it. Yeah.
as we always do, we're starting off with a formation.
Yeah.
You know, Brick messed us up. We used to go for a flat 4-4-2.
4-4-2.
And then he came in with a heavy formation for us.
4-2-3-1.
What a formation, a pep formation. None heavier than Shahid Abdul's formation. Do you remember
Shahid
Shahid?
Abdul was legendary.
Shahid was like a 4,
He like
1, 2, 1, 4. I can't even remember.
But it was
playing
amazing.
It was amazing.
Guys.
Playing like hopscotch.
Yeah. It was, but it was a top team.
Top
It
team.
was a top
Brilliant.
team. Muhammad Shahid Abdul.
And I love the way he brought it in. But anyways,
Amazing.
let's forget all of that.
Awesome.
Let's get into Abdul. Abdul, your formation first.
So Ibi, I'm going to change it much, but I'm going to use a formation that doesn't work for me. Well, works for me at a personal level.
Okay.
And this is the formation that actually won my first championship in 2011 with Vereniging Always. And I'm going for a 4-3-3.
Oh,
and there's a
love it.
way you play a 4-3-3, but a straight 4-3-3, so I could fit in. And you guys know, I'm sure you guys know me from now, and you know Ebrahim as well. I'm a very sentimental and a loyal person. So, guys, and Ebrahim, my Arsenal top 11 will be starting off. There'll be only two exceptions that would be just before the Arsene Wenger era, but all of the players will be. Ibi, I'm going to shout you.
Sorry, Abdul.
Yeah, Ebrahim is like picking up things here. There's my sticker.
It fell. I was
It
picking
fell
it back
down
up.
because the sky. Great was good. Though. So I didn't even see. Only when I saw you left in my stick, I got upset. I'm upset now. So yeah. So there's only 2 players that have it, and I could have went. Rockcastle. There's Liam Brady. There's all of these guys which we're going to get into when we do get our guests that's going to talk about the Arsenal. So I'm going to go Arsene Wenger, right up current Arteta.
Okay.
Is it okay?
Brilliant.
Right? All
I
good.
remember it's your 11.
Sure.
And
Sure.
whatever formation you're looking to bring in, whatever teams you're looking to bring in, right? So we're going to start off, Abdul. Now that we've got your formation sorted out, we're going to start off in the polls.
Okay.
So based on what you're telling me, you've got some giants to choose from.
I do.
David Seaman, Jens Lehmann, Manuel Almunia.
He was in a Champions League as well, final. Chesney,
Ramsdale. I mean, you've got some brilliant players.
Okay.
Bert Leno,
top player. Okay, so
Abdul,
for this one, and I'm going to give you my substitute keeper if that's okay
100%.
now. I'm going to go with a certain German with this, and I'm going to go with Jens Lehmann. Right? Reason being, part of the Invincibles, he was the UEFA in 1996-97 goalkeeper of the year, 2006-2007 goalkeeper of the year. And the reason I'm going for Jens Lehmann is that for this team, I would love to go with David Seaman, but I need David Seaman on the bench just to give us a little bit of reassurance. There's a lot of youngsters here. So Jens Lehmann is going to bring out the best in them. You know, he's hard, he's vocal. He really gets into the defenders. He's a big guy. So I'm going for Jens Lehmann. Only for that, however, I cannot forget the legendary David Seaman. Mr. Seaman, you will be on the bench and you will be also that guidance for us and for our young boys.
Did you see Seaman now when he shaved his moustache?
He looks totally different.
Looks like a
totally different.
Short hair.
Everything. You know, a ponytail.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Handsome fellow, man.
He's a handsome boy.
Yeah.
He looks like an actor.
Yeah.
He looks like one of those actors. I tell you now, but he stops. Amazing stuff.
So, Abdul, we've got your dominating keeper.
Yep.
And now we go to your defensive pairing.
Tough.
Like we always do, a centre-back is not just one centre-back or individuals. You need a partnership. So you need players that complement each other. Abdul, who's your centre-back partnership and why?
So, I went with this and I gave it a lot of thought. I mean, you guys know, Arsenal have been, we had some amazing centre-backs. We had, the Steve Bowler, Martin Keown, all of these guys. However, I needed to balance it off. And how could I ever forget Mr. Arsenal? Tony Adams.
Oh, yes.
Really came through the era of Liam Brady, went into the George Graham in 86. He was still there. When George Graham left in that 95, 96, Bruce Rioch, he was there. And when Arsene Wenger came in, La Professore, he became the focal point, not only for Arsenal, but for England.
And also amazing dancer.
Strictly cup dancing. But also, Ibi also had that habit, and Arsene Wenger took it off. What was it? The drinking habit that they were, and also suffered the drinking habit. So, but an amazing player. Yeah. Everything on the field. Scored a solo goal where he goes like this, and his statue is out of the Emirates. Please, you got to take me there.
Yeah, 100%.
I really want to go. I want to go hug him. Can I hug him?
And I want to do the Andre slide.
No, you have to. I want you to stay next to Henri at the Emirates. You have to do that. That was my Henri, guys, by the way. But I don't know. You think Henri makes it?
Ooh, it's a tough one.
Okay.
You've got Lord Bentner to choose from.
So, yeah, guys. So, I'm going for Tony Adams just because of how big he was for the Arsenal. And what a great ambassador he is for Arsenal and for England.
Yeah.
And his partner, remember, Tony Adams would be your sweeper in the air, heading and stuff. And this I had to give a lot of thought. And I think you're going to appreciate this. And when I say this, it's going to make you think a little bit. William Saliba. And I'm going to tell you people why. William Saliba has...
You said William, I thought you were going Gallas.
No, yeah. For real? Were you worried?
I was worried.
So, Ibi, the reason I'm doing this is because...
Not taking nothing away from Gallas.
Sure.
Brilliant player.
No, he was good.
But I mean, not for your age.
No. And you know what? He let us down at Arsenal.
Yeah.
You know, but we'll tell you guys why soon. So, the reason I'm going for William Saliba is Ebrahim, only 21 years old. Soon, And he reminds me so much of Rafael Varane. Composed. He can be composed. He has a beautiful pass. He understands the game. He's got vision. He's beautiful. And also, Tony Adams played on the left side and William Salibape played on the right. And why I'm again saying Salibape, guys, you have the PSGs out there. You have the Real Madrids, the Barcelonas. All of these guys had won the signature. And Arsenal also
Triggered the close.
Triggered the clause. And I really, guys, I rate Salibape. And the reason also, if you guys don't know, go back. Salibape reminds me so much. Just the way he holds the ball. His composure on the ball. Like Kylian Mbappe.
Yeah.
He's the William Saliba. You are the Kylian Mbappe defender. We had to say that, right? So that's my centre back pair.
And guys, just to add, I love that dynamic because you got Tony Adams, who's that hard hitter, hard English defender from the 90s, no nonsense, gets into the tackles, and you've got Salibape, cool, calm, composed. You know, if he gets off the field, his shorts won't be dirty.
Yeah.
You know, like a Rio Ferdinand type of a
Something
player.
like that.
Rafa
Just
Varane.
so easy.
Clean, gets in, reads the
Tony
game.
go in.
Let Tony
do
do
his
it.
thing.
You clean up and you play those 50-yard passes.
You do your thing.
You bang it across. You venture forward now and then. I love it. Brilliant,
So,
brilliant
Ibi,
pairing.
you had the Sol Campbell. You had so many guys, but I just had to look at something that would work, that would function.
Yeah.
In my dreams. You know what I'm saying? It's only a bit. Okay.
So you want to start off with your
that's my
right
setup.
back?
Let's go right back.
Okay.
And if you guys, there's a special segment. I don't know when it's going, but there's a special segment, and I'm going to go through it again. You know, the last time when we did this all-time 11, and I understand where people came from, I got shot down a bit because I was asked, Lauren who? Now let me explain to you who Lauren is. Right? I just said,
like it.
because I mean, how can you not? So even at right back, I was a little bit. There was no doubt it was going to be Lauren, right?
It had to be.
But you had the likes of Bakari Sagna, also good player. You had Lee Dixon. Lee Dixon was a stalwart of the team.
That old school
knocker. Now for that, if it's okay with you, sir, I'd like to put Lee Dixon already in the bench.
Okay.
Because Lee Dixon can give us assistance also at
Is
centre
Campbell
back.
also on your bench?
Or
not?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But
Sorry, I'm jumping in
No. It's fine. I got you. So, Lauren, just to quickly give you guys, and you guys can go back. Lauren joined us in 2000. 5 major trophies in 7 seasons. Part of the Invincibles. He was versatile. He could play right back, left back. Always up for a challenge. Always up for battle. Excellent technique, distribution, appetite to win. He could play across the whole midfield. He could play right back, left back. And he was one of the unsung heroes in the Invincible team.
Brilliant.
I cannot overlook Lauren.
Guys,
I can't do that.
What Abdul is saying, we dropped a segment called the past and present. And in the past and present, Abdul unpacks who Lauren was and the impact that he had on this Arsenal team. So yes, he explained it now, but if you want to dive deeper, go back to one of those videos and look at it. We'll drop it in the comments or and on Insta so the guys can go and have a look.
Thanks so much, Ibi. Thanks, Ibi. Ibi, so how is it looking so far? Is it looking
like
okay?
A dominant
Decent.
backline.
Right?
Your left back?
Okay, so Ibi, here also I was a bit taken aback because you had a Nigel Winterburn which
Nigel Winterburn. Ooh. Abdul, you're bringing out the old school fields, man.
Some big boys, right? You had Nigel Winterburn, Ashley Cole, but I'm not even going to think of Ashley Cole because I just, again, sentimental and I'm loyal. And I just don't feel like you do certain things, you're not going to be forgiven by me, right? So Ashley Cole is definitely out. But Ebrahim, I wanted to go and it would be terrible for me if I don't put Nigel Winterburn on the bench.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you why.
For
this team to function correct, I'm going to put Nigel Winterburn. Now that is, my bench is sorted out because Lee Dixon and Winterburn, one can play left centre back, one plays
defense.
So that's covered, right? But I'm going to go for somebody which you know I love. And I just love his work rate. I love the way he battles. None other than William Wallace.
Oh.
I love this boy. Kieran Tini. This is my boy. And guys, I'm sure a lot of people won't agree with me, but
Everybody will be like Ashley Cole.
yeah, Ashley Cole, but no.
But
Ashley
it's not
Cole
your
don't make
11, it's
I'm a-
Abdul's 11.
Yeah, and Ashley Cole was not loyal.
So guys,
Ashley Cole was not.
just a FYI, debate ended. Evra versus Cole. Evra takes the
Patrice
win.
Evra.
If
Patrice
Cole
Evra.
doesn't make Shadys 11,
Yeah, no, he's not. He's not going to make it. I look here. Currently, functionality in this particular team, we need a guy like Kieran Tini to have that bravery going forward. Ashley Cole was brilliant, don't get me wrong. But Ashley Cole, there were certain times where he wasn't as brave as he needed to be.
Yeah.
And let me be honest with you. Next to Kieran Tini, you're playing Mr. Arsenal, Tony Adams. How much is Tony Adams going to give Kieran Tini moving forward? Yeah, sure, go for it. Right, so Kieran Tini, definitely my left back. And that's my... Oh! Ebrahim catches one. That was like a gunner. You went up like a gunner. You shot it, boom. You all good, Ibi?
all good.
Okay, so Ibi, you want to, sorry, if my handwriting is, you want to give us the back
Yeah,
five?
so sorry guys, I had to just step away for a bit. So in the polls for Abdul, we've got Jens Lehmann. In the center of the park, none other than Mr. Arsenal himself, Tony Adams, partnering with Salibape.
Yep.
To all of you that don't know, it's William Saliba, not William Gallas. Both French, but two different type of players.
Yeah.
And I think that complements the partnership really well. On the left, we've got Kieran Tini.
William Wallace.
What a beast. And out on the right, none other than
Lauren.
Lauren.
Lauren. So no, it's fine. Lauren.
Lauren. And like we said, if you want to go back and listen and educate yourself on who Lauren is, before this one, we've got a past and present segment, which ties in nicely with this segment.
It does, actually.
Where Abdul unpacks the impact that Lauren not only had as an Arsenal player, but, the impact he had on that Invincibles team,
Yes.
and how his name was first on the team sheet.
Always.
So, Abdul, brilliant backline.
Are you okay?
I love
Yeah,
it.
baby. Okay.
Abdul, now that we've got that solid backline sorted out, you need a formidable. So you're going for a 4-3-3.
4-3-3.
Right? So obviously when you're playing a 4-3-3, you've got your 4 defenders, but then you've got a more compact midfield.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're expecting your 3 attackers to play almost in an arrow shape.
Yes, correct.
So you've got 3 center midfielders. One can be your holder, one can be your center defensive midfielder, and one can be your dynamo.
100%.
But they can alternate, right? So in that case, we're not going to ask you for a center midfield partnering.
The trio.
We want your trio, because
I
that's
love
your
it.
spine
I love it.
working from your defense all the way up to your attacker.
I love it. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a hint, okay? Nobody knows this, okay? So, like I said, I went for 4-3-3 because it's a special formation to me because we won a championship on it, right? And so what I do is, guys, and understand this, maybe you guys come and watch one day if I'm still going to be there. When we play at home, I believe at home you need to be attacking. You need to really give the opposition
Go for it.
right? So when we're at home, my midfielder trio, I play with one general, one defensive midfielder, just to accompany, and I play with 2 attacking midfielders. So when I attack, Ibi, I attack with 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then my CDM holds back.
Stays with your
When
defense.
we go to the likes of, I'm talking big games away, George Tabe, Isaac big 2,000 people, not 80,000, like 2,000 people,
Always
1,000
big
people.
for grassroots football.
I say this, Ibi, at SAB League, when we go away, I drop it. I have 2 center defensive midfielders
Ooh,
and 1 dynamo. Because if you don't concede, you don't lose.
100%.
And if we don't concede, at least we get a point.
And you get a chance. You
get a
put your
chance.
chance away.
Right? So that was just my championship. Sorry guys, this is now inside info. I had a small orange book.
No,
It's
love
all in there. Inside info. So here we're going to go for my 3.
And before you get into your 3, if you don't already know, he's called Coach Shady. Right?
Okay, thank you.
And the insight that he's giving you is not just his 11 because, it's a favorite team. He's giving it from a coaching perspective. And like he said up front, the reason he went for the formation is because the formation that he deploys as a football coach.
Yeah.
So when Abdul is giving us his all-time Arsenal 11, it's about the best possible formation with the best possible players to go on and win Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues and whatever.
Definitely.
And Abdul, I love it.
Right.
You give a nice dynamic to
Thank
this
you so
entire
much,
11.
Ibi. Thanks. So, Ibi, again, I'm a sentimental person. I'm a person who loves loyalty. I'm a person who... And my three... Can I start off with my bench? Right?
Done.
So, I could not miss this guy out because this guy was so fundamental in keeping Arsenal together in that Invincibles and that 2002 double in that run. Gilberto Silva makes my bench, but couldn't make my team because, again, you know me, guys, sentiments take over, stuff like that. So I'm going to bring Gilberto onto the bench, okay?
Makes sense.
If you're okay, right?
Happy.
So, we are playing at home. We're going to go a bit attacking today.
Love it.
In the middle, in our general, and if you guys don't know this, and Ebrahim, you know this, I always played with a number 4 jersey. And I get asked this a lot. Who's your favorite player?
There's only one.
There's only one.
That
And
maroon and gold kit that you had, Abdul. Oh,
the number 4.
bringing back some memories.
You know, Ebrahim, and my mom also knows this. My most favorite, my most electrifying, the man that really taught me how to play that position, and the man I have so much of respect for. I'm getting goosebumps.
Yeah.
I have so much of respect for.
And what a career he had. I already know who it is. Not because Abdul told me, but I know who's his favorite Arsenal player of all time.
None other than Patrick Vieira.
Oh.
He has to be there.
What a
He
player.
has to be there. And then, right, so that's enough on Vieira. The two guys in front of him. And again, I'm sentimental and I'm doing this for my brother Moaz. And I'm doing this because I love this boy as well.
I already know who this
And the
is.
problem was with this, the problem with this was that this boy replaced a certain Patrick Vieira, and I'll never forget that same season when Patrick Vieira moved to Juventus. They came to the Highbury and we beat them. And Cesc Fabregas was chasing Patrick Vieira. It was amazing. He played with number 4, Cesc Fabregas. There were so many. I could Odegaard. There's Rosicki, Gleb. But these two were just in a different class, you know. So, I mean, Gleb was there, Rosicki, Paul Merson was there, could play there. Liam Brady could play there. Don Crowe could also play in the center. Rockcastle.
Can you hear the names? Abdul is just rolling off the tongue there.
Yeah, I was waiting for United. I was so, you know, when we were doing the segments of Manchester United, I learned so much. And honestly, when we do find that, you know, Arsenal Football Club to me sometimes, right? I laugh and I say, you either love Arsenal or you hate Arsenal. But if you hate Arsenal, you still watch Arsenal. you know what I'm saying? You still watch him because the way they play, and there's something about them.
You know, honestly, what Abdul is saying is 100%.
It's an acquired taste.
You know, in the 2000s, for all you younger fans, Arsenal, before the Pep Guardiola era and Jurgen Klopp, Arsenal played the most attractive football in the Premier League.
It was amazing.
Fast-flowing, attacking football.
Yeah, it was.
People forget that.
No, they totally forget. I remember those days when I fell in love with the game, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. I've never ever said this before, but I'm going to say it today. And you got me on a hot seat. And sorry, I'm a bit, I'm passionate and I'm emotional about this. I've never said this before, and I'm going to say it here on live TV to the world. I studied football coaching none other because of my dad.
Yeah.
Our
coach.
You know, my dad, you know, Ebrahim, my dad, you know, with my career, my dad used to come watch every single match from 2009 when I started coaching right up until now. And there were times, Ebrahim, where my father used to be opposite because at that time we were playing SAB League, and that's your semi-pro going into pro. And then when you play ABC Motsepe, that's pro. So the supporters need to be outside. Whoever is with you, you sign. And my dad used to send me small notes, man. And you say, watch this number, watch that number. Make this change here, change there.
Brilliant.
And you guys won't believe it. I'm emotional today because there was so much things thrown at us. And we won a 2011 championship by my dad sending me small notes. You guys won't believe it. So, thanks, Dad. This is for you. And
what a coach he was.
He can read the game.
Thinking.
You know, so I just love the way he, you know, and he had so much of patience with us. When we made mistakes, he never used to say anything.
No, 100%.
He used to let us understand our mistake. You know when you made wrong.
But cross him on the wrong day.
Yeah, then he made. So, sorry, man, I don't know where I went there. Sorry.
No, brilliant.
So,
I loved it.
And Moaz says Fabregas, my brother loves Cesc Fabregas.
So you've got Vieira and Fabregas that represent the two Shady brothers.
Yeah.
Big Shady and Small Shady.
Small Shady.
We used to call Moaz Small Shady.
Small, oh, okay.
So that's your midfield. 2.
Yeah.
Who's the third that completes that midfield?
Ibi, this boy, midfield dynamo, short-lived career, just so sad that he just couldn't push on. None other than my favorite number 10, Jack Wilshere.
Oof.
And there's a lot of reasons why I'm putting Jack Wilshere, guys. Don't get me wrong. You can disagree. But Jack Wilshere possesses, I talk about the Arsenal DNA. You know when you cut somebody's heart up, and you cut his heart, it'll be an Arsenal bench.
Arsenal BG.
Because after he's currently the academy coach for under 18, and he's doing tremendously well. Ibi, when this guy had the ball, reminds me of Emil Smith Rowe, he just slides.
No,
you know, there was one match when we
effortless.
played Barcelona. After the match, like a small, he totally dictated, and I'm not shy to say this, we will drop it. It was in 2000, I forgot the year. But Fabregas scored, and we went through, we beat Barcelona 2-1 at the Emirates. Jack Wilshere ran that show for 90 minutes.
Brilliant.
After the game, he went to Xavi and Iniesta with his father. Please, can I have your seat? You know what these two guys said? How can you ask us for your skipper? Give us your skipper because you're destined for greatness. So, Ebrahim, I just feel it just these 3 dynamos
And what
will
a
give
dynamic
us something.
partnership.
It's different players, but they give you all different attributes.
And Jack Wilshere was part of that brilliant counter-attack goal that you guys scored also.
Brilliant goals. That Norwich one. That ball to Giroud. That boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, that's
he
what
just
I'm
hit
talking
it.
about.
You know, so Jack Wilshere. And that's
Amazing. The injuries
my
messed
pick.
him up.
The
Huh?
injuries messed him up. But you know what? His quality was.
Quality.
Absolutely
Used to
amazing.
scare me, eh?
Yeah, he was a shorty, but he used to do his thing.
He was a baller.
And Ebrahim, think about this. How many players am I leaving out? Gilberto Silva's on a bench. Emmanuel Petit. I mean, okay, I did say there's only 2 exceptions because we're doing from the Arsene Wenger. You know what? We can talk over Rokas, but people are not going to know them. Let's give them what they understand. And so that's my dynamo.
Brilliant, love
right? Okay, Ibi. So, where to next?
So, we've got your midfield 3 sorted out, and now we go into your front 3, right? Your bench, we've got 4 on your bench already, right?
We've got 4. You're giving me 5.
No, you can take 6 because I
Can I?
think you
Okay,
need to have
okay.
another midfielder
One more,
just
yes,
to
I
help
need
you
one.
out there, and I think it will help bring somebody onto your bench.
Yeah.
Up front. So now you've got your solid backline. So let me run it through for you guys quickly. We've got Jens Lehmann, we've got Tony Adams, Sally Bape, Lauren, and Kieran Tierney. We then got Patrick Vieira, Cesc Fabregas, and Jack Wilshere in a midfield trio. And now we need that three up front, 2 inverted wingers almost. They can counter play each other. And you need your focal point up front that can hold up play, that can drop deep, pick up the ball, run with it. So Abdul, start us off with who leads your attack up front. You spearhead, and then you bring us your wingers.
Okay, so maybe I was again. There was so much to choose from. Ian Wright. I can't leave Ian Wright out. There's so much.
Robin van Persie.
Roman van Persie as well. Absolutely amazing. Amazing for Manchester United as well. However, I'm going to push Ian Wright, and Wrighty, you'll forgive me for this. But for this team to function, I'm going to need him on the bench.
Okay.
Now, Ian Wright played as a
You
9.
got some big characters on your bench, man.
Is it good?
David
Are you sure?
Seaman.
I was a bit nervous.
Gilberto Silva.
Yeah, just to change the
Ian Wright.
just to vura. You know when Jack had a little bit too many, you can just vura. I'm just
I love it.
it's a joke. So Oh yeah, and I mean Tony also wants to take it as well. We got Nigel and we got Oli. You know what I'm saying? So going up front, I'm gonna push Ian Wright on the bench because Ian Wright was a conventional centre forward, but he could also play on the right. I'm going for none other than. Are you ready?
Shockers.
Andy Cole.
Andy Cole.
He's laughing.
One
Must I
performance
tell you
for
what?
Arsenal.
You said yeah. Andy Cole, just for this was a fun. I wanted to hit you. Andy Cole is actually an Arsenal boy.
Yeah, he came to you guys' academy.
He came to the academy. And then obviously he left, but Andy Cole, I'm just joking.
Yeah,
It's a joke, but Andy Cole, love you.
And guys,
yes,
we
yes,
did a
yes,
segment on Andy Cole where we talk about his roots coming through Arsenal's academy.
Amazing.
Go have a look. It was amazing. Another passing person segment.
Brilliant stuff. So, definitely, you know, Arsene Wenger says when this guy has the ball and he plays on snow, you won't see his footprints.
Oh, yes.
Dennis Bergkamp.
The non-flying Dutchman.
The non-flying Dutchman.
You always say it.
The non-flying. Because he couldn't fly. You know, Arsenal lost so many Champions League games or never did well because he couldn't fly.
Yeah.
Or Arsene Wenger used to send him with ship or like a boat about 2 or 3 days before. But it never worked, man. He just never used to fly. He had a phobia of flying. So, Dennis Bergkamp to lead the
I hope
line.
he's gotten over that phobia.
I hope so. He has to, man. Because he needs to.
Donny, let us know. Is your father-in-law got over his phobia?
Slide in them DMs. He got time now. He's injured. Nah?
He's injured, yeah.
Give us a call. Donny. So Dennis Bergkamp to lead him. And
we leave your left wing for last.
The left wing.
Who's playing off your right wing?
You ready for this?
I'm ready. Short
And
second.
understand that after you put us into context, especially a person like you that understands the game, Ebrahim, this is a fantasy team. It's something which out of this world. I had so many. Robert Pires, Ray Pala, Freddie Lundberg. Sure, the list can go on. It can go on. However, the boy who makes this team, Mfana Footy, my man. Mfana Footy.
I loved it. I was hoping he made your team.
Imagine Mfana Footy, Bergkamp,
And the hidden player on the
the hidden player on the left.
playing with Fabregas, Wilshere and Vieira supporting him. Lauren bombing down
How's
past
it?
him.
So may I have another gun?
You can.
Okay, thank
I mean, by choosing Saka, you can have the whole tub.
Ebrahim made my night. I have come.
Freaking amazing.
Well, so Bukayo Saka on the right.
Doesn't need any explanation.
Huh?
I
No,
mean, this
you guys-
boy,
Mfana.
and like
Mfana
Abdul
Footy.
says, pure fantasy. Because you have Saka, Bergkamp, and your final pick, Abdul, out on the left.
None other than Thierry Henry. I gave you a bow.
I love
Ibi.
it.
Thierry Henry.
Voom.
This man loved Thierry Henry, and that's where I respected you so much. And let me tell you, his goals. It was like, remember you did side
I used to
foot,
like
isn't
that
it?
side
You used to
foot.
love
Love
it.
it.
You know, Ebrahim used to come, he was centre forward, but Ebrahim used to love tucking him to the left.
I
And
used
when
to.
he tucks him to the left, you give him that ball just there, my bro. When he cuts in, he started top corner.
Back in
Just
the
like
day.
our man, back in the day. Like Thierry Henry. You
Thierry
make my
Henry had
team.
to make the team, huh?
Have to make that team. So yeah, Ibi, what have
Inspired
you
a
say
generation.
that? What have you
Guys,
say about that?
This is pure fantasy.
Hey, Ibi, I got
football.
2 more subs.
Let me just run
Okay,
through the
go,
team first quickly.
go.
So, just to put it into context for you guys, we've got the German dinosaur in the back, Jens Lehmann, massive unit.
Dinosaur, I love how you say
Yes,
that.
exactly. And not dinosaur because
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
old,
but
because
it's-
he's a unit.
Same.
Right? We then have Tony Adams and Sully Bape complementing each other, starting off your spine. We got Lauren on the right and Kieran Tierney, and these are two hard-working wingbacks, pushing, running, giving their all, and leaving everything on the pitch. There's a lot of
them, yeah.
Hohakis flying around now. In
They
the
all
middle,
came to yours.
all they came to yours. In the middle, we've got a midfield trio that will make you feel like you are a kid in a candy store.
Yes.
Huh? Like you spoiled for choice.
Imagine.
I'll have a Patrick Vieira, I'll have a Cesc Fabregas, and I'll have a
I love how you
Wilshere.
say that.
I loved it.
Sure.
What a midfield. Because you've got Vieira that holds the whole team together. You've got Fabregas that can, jigger and Wilshere with
Gives
his
you that.
open free roll, move wherever you want to. Amazing stuff. And I mean, he keeps out the likes of Ozil from this team, which is amazing, right?
Yeah.
And then we've got Dennis Bergkamp spearheading this entire attack with support from Infana Futi coming on the right, Bakayo Saka, and my favorite
That's
all
it.
time,
Love it.
Thierry Henry,
Vavas.
Vava Vuming
Vava Vuming.
off the left, cutting in. Amazing stuff.
Man.
White mercurial vapors.
Yes.
I was disappointed when he went to Pumas.
Yeah, that broke us. But I think it was
Man.
charlatans.
But yeah.
So yeah, but amazing stuff.
And then the bench,
I have
Abdul,
to
you've got
achieve.
David Seaman,
Yeah.
Nigel Winterburn.
Yep.
For all of you, please go and read up on Nigel Winterburn.
Amazing
What
player.
a player.
Amazing player.
Not a fancy player. Doesn't like the spotlight, but was a
lot of
worker.
Dennis Owen, eh?
Yeah. A worker.
Very
and always a short
meticulous.
haircut.
Always meticulous. Did his job
Like in the army.
like in army. Like
Lee Dixon.
Lee Dixon, yes.
Yeah.
We have Gilberto Silva.
Gilberto Silva.
Oh yeah, and then I didn't even say
Now your next two. that
the
you
next
need to
two,
follow.
right? So definitely, also versatile player, could play. And we don't want him to play to the center. We want him to give us cover on the right and the left.
Yeah.
None other than Bobby Perez.
Oh.
Robert Perez. You know they call him Bobby Perez.
Bobby, yeah. Love
Robert Perez and none other. I could not leave this man out. Ian Wright.
Oh, yes.
Ian Wright, just to give us some cover for David
Love
Bergkamp.
What a team, Abdul.
And then
I
Ibi
need
also.
I need to.
Thank you,
my
sir.
head to you,
Thank you
brother.
so much. And then
What
Ibi
a team.
also, what I need to also tell you guys, remember we spoke about whether we're going attacking or defensive. What we have here also is Gilberto Silva and
That can
Patrick
fall in.
Vieira that can fall in, and then you can even play around with it, and you want to rest a Fabregas or whatever. You can even put Robert Perez in front of
Yeah.
him.
Brilliant.
You
I love
you
your
spoil
team.
for
So
you
versatile.
spoil for
Who
choice.
coaches this team?
Okay, there's only one man, and I'm not gonna.
Arteta.
I'm not even. Yeah, he could, but for all honesty, and I think
There's only one.
this is where we draw
Brilliant.
the
Just
respect
like-
we have for him.
Just like Ferguson.
Like Sir Alex.
There's only one.
There's only one. Arsene Wenger, and I would love. Hey, now you got me also thinking.
Assistant coach.
You got me thinking because I didn't think because I was thinking. Okay, Arsenal do not have same like Manchester United, and that's what makes them great. They don't have a lot of managers. Remember, we had Don Howe, we had Lim Brady. Thereafter, we had George Graham. George Graham, 1986 to 1994, and then we had Bruce Rioch.
Yeah.
Also an Irishman,
Bruce
but he came for
Like
a
an
small
interim.
stitch interim, and sure, I'm not even gonna because I said there's only two guys that make the George Graham era. We're not gonna choose George Graham. Let's give Arteta. How much will he learn from Arsene Wenger?
Yeah.
How much will he learn?
So you're
from
saying Arsene Wenger, coach, assistant coach Mikel Arteta.
yeah, and you made it easy for me. Thank you. That is a
Love
beautiful pick. I didn't know assistant,
Yeah,
but yeah,
I gave you an assistant just to make it easy.
Brilliant. Arsene Wenger, Professor.
Right, Abdul, the
and
question
Arteta.
that we ask all our guests:
Yeah,
where does this team finish in the Premier League?
maybe with the squad depth that we've got here, I'm putting my head out on a block again. I think we're champions.
I love it.
What do you think?
Invincibles or just champions, or are we talking invincibles?
Well, you've got invincibles. You've got a lot of invincibles here. We could go invincible.
Invincible season.
Invincible season. What do you think?
I love it.
You agree with me?
I love it. What a team.
Invincible season.
And I like what you said. It's not just about the starting 11.
Yeah.
It's about the depth in squad
Massive.
that you have. And that allows you to change formations.
And to play around with
You
it.
can play a 4-2-3-1. You
Yeah.
can play a 4-3-3 defensive. You can play a 4-3-3 attack.
And Ebrahim, that's what a manager all about. Is a tactician.
100%.
And I was that kind of person, and I love writing. And one day I'm going to bring it here. I had a small, when I did my the KNVB license with the guys from PSV, they gave us these small little orange notebooks. And in there, that's my little Bible. And I'm only
Love
going to
it.
share it with one man. You. Only one man will get.
Insight into that.
And you know what? Like Dr. Berry said he's going to leave you something, I'm leaving you my orange book.
Done.
Right?
Done.
You happy with it?
Recorded in
It's
history.
done. Now I got a question for you. and you don't have to get it right. No pressure. We said there were only two players that two players that come from the George Graham era. There's actually more, but two hard hitters, right? That come from the George Graham. I'm going to give you Lee Dixon comes there.
One is
Nigel
Ray
Whittaker.
Parler.
Okay, but he comes, but he's not here. I'm saying here in this team, right? So David Seaman, Lee Dixon, excluding Nigel Whittaker, Lee Dixon, and David Seaman, because they're on the bench.
Yeah.
There's two guys that come from the George Graham era that really amplify this team. I go for it. I'm not going to do it. Dennis Bergkamp and Ian Wright. Do you know Dennis Bergkamp? This is for you
Bergkamp
guys.
Was from the George
Dennis
Graham era.
Bergkamp was not bought by Arsene Wenger.
I
By the
honestly
way, for all you
did
Arsenal
not know
supporters
this.
that get this wrong, George Graham bought Dennis Bergkamp just before he left, and with Bruce Rioch. Bruce Rioch didn't see Dennis Bergkamp as a player to get to the next level. Step in, La Professore. And
Abdul,
the rest is history.
guys, Gunning to
I
Old
just had
Trafford is the university of football knowledge. What a
Amazing.
step,
Huh?
Abdul. You blew my
Either way.
mind. You
So,
blew my
and
mind.
everybody thinks Arsene Wenger came in and whatever it is. Arsene Wenger, his first proper signing was Pat Rice.
Yeah.
Because Bruce Rioch had him, and Pat Rice was going to leave. Also, Irishman, Scotty, Liam Brady, Irishman. All of these guys. Rocastle, we have to do one of Rocastle.
Yes, definitely.
An amazing player, died at the age of 33, right?
Oof.
Cancer
Young
also,
talent.
young talent in the England team, one of the greats of Arsenal Football Club, and that gives us our top 11.
Guys,
Are you happy?
what
Thank you.
in education. I'm glad I was here to
man.
interview you one-on-one.
Sure.
Abdul,
Yes, yes.
it's been an honor.
I enjoyed
Brilliant
it.
stuff.
I enjoyed it. I
I
really
think
enjoyed
I
it.
think this is one of
I
my
enjoyed it.
favorite segments.
Huh? It was amazing.
Loved it, Abdul.
And
how
guys-
does it feel going from presenter to guest?
It was exciting. I was a bit nervous. You made me a bit nervous. But I won't lie, the gums kept me company. Can I have another one, sir?
Everything.
Another one, bites
He
it.
keeps calling me sir, this
Sir,
guy.
because you interviewed.
I've been interviewed.
Piers Morgan.
Piers Morgan.
No, you're not Piers Morgan. Thanks for the gum, sir.
No problem.
And that's top
brilliant.
11. And guys, can I switch now?
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you so much, Ebrahim. Jazakallah so much for that. I always wanted to get out what I always felt is a fantasy, something
Yeah.
which I would love. And once again, thank you for this opportunity. And
Always a
Ebrahim,
pleasure.
guys, remember, come to Old Trafford, by the fans, for the fans. We have a special one coming soon. We have somebody on my right hand side that's also going to join us in the hot seat. So, but you guys must wait for that one.
Yeah.
You guys must wait
Before
for it.
that, so we've got Abdul's all-time 11, and then we've got a special guest all the way from the US.
Wow.
Eh?
Wow.
Devon. Giving us his all-time Manchester United 11. Appeared on BBC,
Wow.
Premier League TV,
I'm nervous.
MUTV.
Sure.
We've got a skull.
Oh,
What up, guy?
yes.
So we went Australia,
Brilliant.
we went to Dogberry, and now we're going to the States. Love it.
Yes.
Love it.
Amazing stuff.
Guys,
Ebrahim, amazing.
Thank you for all of your support. Gunning to Old Trafford. We enjoy what we do because of the energy we get from you guys. And now, no excuses not to find us. We're on every social media that is cool. Right? Any cool social media, we're there.
We there.
So we're on YouTube. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification. We're on Instagram. I like how Abdul put it, 24/7, 7 days a week. Make sure that you get your up-to-date information on Insta. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and soon, like we always say, or like you guys say, a face for radio. We'll give you our voices on Spotify.
Before we go, Ebrahim. Naila Paila, my darling. Mwah! You're the best, my
Love
dear.
it.
You make tonight so special. So special. And I don't even worry about work tomorrow. I'm here till whatever time it is because of you. Thank you, my darling. And thank you so much for, Ebrahim again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You brought me into this emotional thing.
The feels.
You finally gave me my top 11.
Yeah.
Not by anybody putting me a pressure and putting a gun to my head. This is mine. And yeah, our families, Ebrahim, they...
Big shout out.
Jazakallah. You know what? We thank everybody. We really love you guys. But you guys need to understand that our families give us this push as well. Our wives, our children. Now, like, coming to Old Trafford, man. What a name, man.
And also,
thank you.
And also, Abdul, the time that going to Old Trafford takes out of our lives, and our families all work around it and understand the pressures and understand that, you know, we do that. You know, if you guys don't know, there was a comment made on YouTube that it looks like we've got a big workforce working behind us because of the content that we have.
Yeah.
But it's not. You know, what you see on Gunning to Old Trafford is predominantly done, I would say 90% of the work done by Abdul and myself.
Yeah.
And this takes a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of long hours, long days getting this work done.
But we love it.
And like we say, we get this energy from you guys. So, you know, just click the like button,
It's
click the
all,
share
man.
button, make us want to continue doing this here so that you have a platform for your football opinions.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And with that, TB, sorry, I'm you guys slide into those DMs. You speak directly to Ebrahim or myself. And if you guys want to share share your football love or your football team or your experience in football. Football is beautiful.
Exactly.
Football is love. Football is peace. You're more than welcome to join us.
100%. And it's not only for your 11, like Abdul says. It can be for anything.
Anything, man.
Yeah, love it. So guys, Abdul, with that, we are
Gunning to Old Trafford. Thank you, guys.